Yeah.
This is fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. We got a very special second opinion show. I'm talking about a guy that's got 20 years of supervisory managerial experience. I'm talking about a guy that got 20 years working at an at-risk youth program, CEO, founder of the Griffin experiment, 16 years of coaching experience, 2 years of adult education. Edgecombe Community College, this guy co-founded the Minority Male Mentoring organization. I'm talking about a guy that's an ordained minister.
Yeah.
I'm catching the Holy Ghost right now. Ebenezer Baptist Church. And should I mention, one heck of a football player.
Appreciate it, man.
ECU's legend. Former ECU linebacker. Conference USA all-time. Leading tackler. The list goes on and on. Drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ladies and gentlemen, Pernell Griffin is in the house, and so Coach, what's up, guys?
What's up, man? How's it going?
I'm running out of breath, man. I don't know.
Hey, look, you read all of those accolades off, man. You really don't know how much you accumulate, until you kind of sit back and, and reflect on, how blessed God graced me with the skill to do what I do. One thing I also, one thing I also did, man, I made sure that I always thank God in the process. I don't care what I was doing. I don't care where I was.
Right.
If I was getting out of something, if I was going into something, or if I was in something.
Right.
So I always, I was rooted, man. My parents, they rooted me in church, man. So I went to church, and I just share this with you, and I get back on course. I talked to my daughter the other day, and I told her, I said, listen, I said, when I got out of high school, I told my parents I wasn't going back to church because I went to church like 4 days a week. I was at choir rehearsal, man. I was at Sunday school. I was at regular Sunday service. We had another service on Sunday. We had Bible study during the week. I was, man, I ain't going back to church, man. It's too much. But I told her, I said, well, when life hit, guess where I ended up? I ended up right back up at church.
Right back to church.
Yeah, so I don't knock the next.
Funny.
I don't knock the next person, man. But yeah, that's why I ended back up there. Right. And that's what kind of kept me focused, man. It kept me focused. Sometimes I got off track, but God didn't allow me to get so far out where I couldn't come back in.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let me get your thoughts on this, man. What you think about the NILs and transfer portal?
Man, look, man, when I first heard about that, man, I was so upset. And I'm gonna tell you why. Look, man, my jerseys and stuff sell.
Right.
Name and stuff, all in UBE, the student exchange bookstore, doing commercials for DARE. I don't know if you guys remember that, Drug Abuse Resistant Education.
Yeah.
I was doing commercials, man. I was doing all of this, man. I was like, dang, I'm not getting, reimbursed for it, or I'm not getting paid to do it. Now I sit back now.
So let me ask you this: so you felt that way at that time?
A little.
Okay.
But when I saw the deal unfold and how all these guys were getting paid, I was like, man, I think I need some residuals. So I need some getting. But I think it's good, man. I think it's good if they're able to manage it right. I think it's good. A lot of kids now know that, they're kind of 18, 19 with no guidance. And so they're very indecisive. They have very short commitment obligations. They're really not dedicated or loyal to one thing. Because the next thing that sound good, that look good, You know, they ready to kind of go with that.
Right.
I wanted to attend a school that really wasn't all that good, but I would have an opportunity to play. And I
Right.
just believe that my skill would help the team,
Shot.
support the teams, you know, to become good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And
You
y'all
know, a lot
work
of
good.
kids, yeah,
Y'all work
yeah.
good. Y'all work good.
Yeah, and a lot of kids, man, they just kind of they want to get on a team that's already good, you know, and just try to
Yeah.
hide among the other athletes. But yeah, I wanted to try to, you know, shine. I really want to try to shine. And
Yeah.
then on top of that, you know, I was able to get a free education too. But that Neil deal, man, oh, let's talk a little bit about that. So look, so even on a full scholarship, I still had to actually try to find some resources to take care of uh to take care of me as far as food and stuff like that. The
Right.
scholarship paid for books, fees, tuition.
Right.
It also helped out with paying rent. If you
Right.
lived in an apartment or what have you, and it paid the school back, you know, if you stayed in the dorm.
Right.
But we were still on the short end. It was kind of like we still had to uh, get some type of resources from our parents
Right.
or from our guardians in order to make it.
Right.
That's right.
And when they when this and you couldn't work over a certain amount of hours, so you had to work less than like 24 hours. If
Oh
you
yeah.
work
Yeah.
more than that,
If you
you
was on
know,
scholarship, they take your scholarship.
yeah. So
Okay.
it violated NCAA
Mm.
laws and policy.
Man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
even when I was doing the intern, man, I actually wasn't supposed to get paid for it, but the guy he ended up paying me for it, and that's how I was able to kind of make it.
Right.
Thank
But
the Lord.
yeah, hey man, yes sir. And a lot of people, look, man, a lot of people, man, they turn their nose up at that, like y'all, that's all y'all do. Y'all don't need all that. But when you look at the sacrifice, man, you look at the hard
That's
work,
right.
you know, the 3-a-day practices. We out there over 100 degrees, full gear. You know, you
Go
see
get
the heat come up off the ground. You
Right.
get a heat advisory tell you not to walk to the mailbox. We
Yeah.
out there practicing.
Right. Right.
Hey,
Right.
We getting it in.
hey, look.
Hurricane.
Hey, look hard. Most importantly, all the money you're bringing into school.
Right, right. Exactly. Like if you saw ECU back in '97 and
Yeah.
then you see it now, man, look at all the
Right.
growth. You know, the money's been pouring in, tickets, sales,
Yeah.
concessions, all of
Yeah.
that stuff we drew in, man. And then every year,
Yeah.
we would draw in people from other states because you know you had homecoming, you
Right.
had all
Yeah.
this other stuff. The hotels made money. Everybody
All
was
that
making
stuff
money.
adds up.
Yeah, except for players.
Right.
You know, they
We interrupt this broadcast for the Second Opinion halftime show.
Hi, this is Reggie Braxton. I'm so honored to be your special guest at halftime, featuring my new single, Next Lifetime, from my new album, The Braxtone Experience.
You know, Erica, I've been waiting to do this a long time. You know, I always loved this joint. It's my favorite. Check it out. to do when I want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I already got a girl? Now what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I already got a girl? First time that I saw you, girl, it was a warm and sunny day. All I knew is I wanted you. I really hoped you looked my way. When you smiled at me so warm and sweet, I could not speak. You make me feel like a little bitty boy. What do you do to me? Now what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I already got a girl? I guess I'll see you next lifetime. No hard feelings. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. I'm gonna be there. Your energy feels so damn good to me. It picks me up, don't wanna come down. You got me spinning all around. Yeah, you need to know I've got somebody, but you're beautiful. But still it ain't that type of party. Now what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I already got a girl? Now what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I already got a girl? I guess I'll see you next lifetime. No hard feelings. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. I'm gonna be there. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. No hard feelings. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. I'm gonna be there. See, it ain't nothing wrong with dreaming. Girl, don't get me wrong. Cause every time I see you, it lets me know just how strong that my love is for my baby. But emotions just don't lie. Well, I know I'm a lot of man, but not enough to divide my time. Ooh, baby. Now what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I already got a girl? Now what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I already got a girl? I'll be there for you. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Baby, I'm feeling you. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. And we'll be butterfly. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. You know, I finally realized. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Now is not the time. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. For you to be all mine.
Yo, Illy Bonds never knocking on doors, I kick them down and show I'm one of the hottest spitters around. Halloween kind of vibe, cause Bill's Bonds a villain to anybody who thinking that they really with a Mike Jack with the rap. The kid is a thriller beat, got ladies shaking their hips and supporting me. Sure to be a legend in this damn game, Bill's Bonds. I'm gonna make you know the name. Sliding up in the spot like confidence is all I got, and I'm the only one in the area packing any hype. Not stopping to recognize and rappers hear my flow and be thinking that I'm a god, but I'm not. But don't think that'll lessen the blows. Illy Bonds and the Prince guarantee to explode. She get low and pick it up slow, I call her Million. Thought that Bills can't spit, bet you feeling silly, huh? We fly high up, way into the sky, never gonna stop the rise up. I'm talking up over the moon. I got the kind of magic that be infected in the room. We fly high up, way into the sky, never gonna stop the rise up. I'm talking up over the moon. I got the kind of magic that be infected in the room. I'm gunning for the top of this rap. I'm talking rapping my fingers round the throat of that. Smack out the park like Bryce beat. Philly mob till the day they ice me. Allen Iverson with the cross is lost, dog. Ain't nobody told you you gotta with the bar, cause that carry a cost you won't be willing to pay. While the Bonds got a market for everything that he say. The time has come for me to shine. I got the ball in my hands, not looking to drop a dime. Driving straight for the bucket, my bring it up to the rim, I cock it back and flush it. Miami Bronze style on the mic, I go wild. Stepping back, don't know what to do now. Come over to my crowd and be a fan. I don't got a lot of room, but you can find somewhere to stand. We fly high up, way into the sky, never gonna stop the rise up. I'm talking up over the moon. I got the kind of magic that be infected in the room. We fly high up, way into the sky, never gonna stop the rise up. I'm talking up over the moon. I got the kind of magic that be infected in the room.
This halftime show was sponsored by Nash Studios of Greenville, North Carolina. Located in downtown Greenville, North Carolina, Nash Studios is a place where creatives can collaborate and capture their artistic expression. Take your art to the next level at Nash Studios, which offers a variety of services such as audio recording, video and photography services for your music video, podcast, and more. Scan the QR code to begin your artistic journey at Nash Studios today, or call 252-559-0410. That's 252-559-0410.
Yeah. So, like, what's your thoughts on that kid, the quarterback from Tennessee, man, that set out because he was getting $2 million and wanted $4 million?
Yeah, hey, look, that's what I was about to say. I was like, man, like, what kind of life these guys living, man?
Hey,
You already got two.
Yeah, my man.
Oh, man, come on, man.
Yeah, kind of sitting out.
Right.
He a holdout.
Yeah, he go here, he get less going here than he was where he were.
Oh my goodness.
Than he were where he was.
Yeah.
That's
he
crazy.
Want $2 million. You want to
Yeah.
I don't want this to mess up the game, man.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Is it money? You know,
Mm-hmm.
It's biblical. It just seems as if the more the money comes into play,
Yep.
the more the rest of the world starts to decay.
Yep.
I mean,
Hey.
it's just crazy.
Yeah, you're right, man. That's kind of like the world we live in, man. You know, you got the rich want to be richer. They don't want to share. You know, they don't. You don't hear too many people, Shador, man. You don't hear too many people like Shador that's able to, support his teammates, with his meal money.
Yeah.
And you still got people that are talking negative about, about him and his attitude and his personality. But hey, this guy's confident. He's headstrong. He has a father that's in his life that wants the best for him. And to other people, it looks as though they don't want to deal with his father, but his father ain't playing.
That's
You
right.
got things in place to where parents can't get access to the student or to the player. You're supposed to have things in place to be able to do that. So
That's right.
and Dion hold people accountable. He been there, right?
Yeah, he's been there. He's seen it. Right.
He's seen it.
I'm gonna get your thoughts. I'm gonna get your thoughts on him falling in the draft. What I mean.
Now I thought about that, Q. I thought about that on one hand. I was thinking that, you know, when he fell that low, you know, TV get ratings, right?
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
was thinking on the ratings end, I was thinking, okay, everybody is dialed in, everybody is locked in to when is he gonna get drafted. And so
Right.
it kept the people actually watching the draft.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, I saw that it really wasn't about his athleticism. It wasn't about his skill. The boy can
No.
play.
Right.
He showed out day in and day out. He made the throws. He protected the football. He's very accurate in what he does. He make quick decisions. He throws on a dime.
Right.
Anytime you completing at least 70% of your passes,
That's
Yeah.
right. The highest completion.
highest completion percentage, man, in FBS.
Right.
And I
With
think
no offensive line?
right. He was getting lit up, Doc.
Lit up.
Yeah. And he would get right back up and he would come right back with it. You know?
Yeah.
I think the kid is a respectful kid. Of course, you know how he was raised. You know,
Right,
you
right.
look good, you play good. Hey,
Right.
that's what we were doing in the house. Hey, you look good, you get your
You
cleats
play
snatched,
good?
you know, you get your jersey rolled up, turned up at the top, put a little tape on it.
Get it rolled up right here.
Get it rolled up.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so,
The towel
hey,
hanging in the back.
tied in the back or even on the side.
Right.
But yeah, but that's how he was raised, man. They knew Dion was like that back in the
Yeah.
90s. They knew
Right.
Dion was like that.
Right.
So then I saw something saying that the owners were talking to their coaches, telling them to take him off the board and stuff like that. Nobody really talked to him about him having a weak arm when he during the season.
Right.
No
Right.
one said he had a weak arm during the season.
No.
You know, it's kind of like they come up with stuff to try to discourage people from actually drafting them. And they
Right.
wanted to get a cheap athlete. They wanted to get a cheap valuable athlete, and they want to try to diminish his assets. But the guy's already making money, so
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think you said something when you were just talking about before I asked you. I think it was more like tailored towards Dion. You know, I think
Yep.
they kind of, you know, want the potential circus that could come with Dion.
yeah,
But you know, that ain't right for Shador, you know. And I really think they really trying to get Shador to separate himself from his pops. They're trying to separate him. You know, like pops, look, man, my stock felt has fallen because of you, kind of. So we kind of need to separate. But I still don't think it's gonna go that way. He been
Nah.
he ain't gonna go that way. They
Nah.
can't separate that. He trusts his pops too much.
That's a tightly knit family.
yeah, it is.
And I love how they handle. I mean, I love, even though that he went in the 144th pick, when you saw the way that brother, what's his name, Shiloh, they all of them just stuck together throughout of it.
Right.
Yeah,
And I love the strength that they showed.
Right.
yeah,
And it was just phenomenal. It was excellent. It was black excellence. Let's go ahead and say it.
yeah. It was black excellence. Where it is, not it was.
Right.
Yeah, that's black excellence, man. Then on top of that, like you said, Q and Sly, you also alluded to this, man. When you have a black father that's in their child's life that goes contrary to how they stereotype who we are, then they want to demonize and they want to try to expose the least little bit of negativity just to discourage, just to say that, well, I told you they were just like that. It's like that, you know, they became fearful. They became fearful because now they see someone who's not afraid to speak their mind and to stand up for what they believe in and to hold them accountable.
Nash Hot Chicken is your destination for hot chicken, cold beer, and live music. Entertain your taste buds with all-star favorites on our Nashville-inspired menu. A Full bar featuring domestic local brews, and try a Nash signature cocktail like our Music City Mule. Make Nash Hot Chicken the choice for your next get-together. Ask us about catering your next event. Nash Hot Chicken is open every day and located at 114 East 5th Street in downtown Greenville, North Carolina. For more information, call 252-999-5444. That's 252-999-5444. OfficeWorks Plus of Williamston, North Carolina is your go-to resource for packaging, shipping around the world, printing, and business service needs for Eastern North Carolina. OfficeWorks Plus also provides notary public services, and their store provides office, packaging, and school supplies as well. OfficeWorks Plus is located at 825A East Boulevard in Williamston, North Carolina. For more information, call 252-792-6116. That's 252-792-6116. Before you even think about handling a gun, you need to visit the Martin County Firearms Academy, which offers concealed carry handgun classes, first shots class for new shooters, individual instruction, and more taught by experienced NRA certified instructors. Founded in 2015 by Catherine Bell to help women and men learn to safely and confidently use and carry their handguns. Martin County Firearms Academy is a small woman-owned company committed to serving Martin and surrounding counties with the best in personal and group handgun training. For more information, call 252-789-4923 or visit martincountyfirearmsacademy.com.